What's up? It's your girl, half an hour late because I'm terrible. Oh dear God, why is there a thing in the background? There shouldn't be anything. Ooh, there we go. But like I said, half hour late to recording. It's 5:30 at least. Oh goodness gracious, last night was bad because I was a complete idiot and rude and mean, and I probably threw away a lot of friendships last night. Well, I probably didn't, but I'm in the headspace where I'm thinking I did. But essentially, I was just like I didn't feel cared about at all. I felt like I was just kind of a piece of the puzzle that was there, and it literally just I didn't feel like nobody was talking. Well, people. It's not that people weren't talking to me. It's just I shut down and like everyone probably thought I was getting mad at them for the games because we were like playing Overwatch, and honest goodness, I do not give two shits about the games. I don't care if we lost every single one or won every single one. I just I just want to talk to people. I want to just be casual friends with people, and I can't manage that because I keep just shutting down. And I mean, it's not on my friends to try to pick me up and make me feel better, but it's just when I shut down in situations like that, I literally need somebody to be like, "Hey, snap to it." Like literally, I need that's the type of thing I need, and unfortunately, I can't ask my friends to do that because that's weird. That's just stupid. Um, but so I was just being very rude last night, and then finally at 3 a.m. everyone goes off to bed. I fully believe that there was a chat about me somewhere, someone calling me a name, and I deserved it. But then, because of that, I literally didn't sleep until, I don't know, I wasn't looking at a clock. I know the sun started coming up. That's my indicator of time before I finally felt relaxed enough to at least lay down. But I literally was just crying and rolling, and I didn't know what to do, and I just, I wanted to text people, but I didn't want to bother them because it was 4 o'clock in the morning or what have you. And so I just kind of, I did a lot of mental damage last night, and just, I feel so bad because it's like, I don't know why I can't just communicate. I can't just be like, hey, let's just chat and just chill. I wish I could just say that, but I just can't. Like, I can't force myself to do that. Like, every time I think about it, it gets harder. And I just think, and it complicates, and and I'm more worried that I'm being annoying, and this, that, and the other, and it all just starts piling up, and it drives me to an edge. It drives me to the edge of insanity because I know it's all my fault and it's all in my head and I'm the one that needs to fix it. But I'm so scared that people aren't going to put up with me enough to where I can fix until I can fix it, and they're all going to leave me and then I'm going to have nothing. But that was last night. Finally, like I said, don't know what time, but the sun was coming up. I finally managed to sleep. Then I go to work today at 11, and it's just standard work day. I'm just running around doing a bunch of stuff. But one thing stuck out to me, which was weird to me. And I didn't understand it, and I still don't really understand it, but I appreciate it so very, very much. Is like my workplace, I've told them about how I want to be called Ray, it's short for Rachel, and how I want to transition and things like that. But they it's not that they're mean. I promise. Nobody in the place that I work is actually mean about it. Some people will make a dark humor joke every now and again. Not just about me, but just a bunch of dark humor jokes, and sometimes they'll make jokes involving trans or whatever. And personally, as somebody who can sometimes laugh at a dark humor joke, they always worry I'm going to be offended or something like that. And I'm not ever, unless somebody straight up called me like a slur or something in a derogatory way, I don't think I would get offended. But essentially I was just chatting because from, I don't know, 2:30 to 4:30 every day. We essentially just die when maybe get two customers between then. But so I was just sitting there chatting, and I never work the night shifts. I'm always up in the day, whether it just be till the afternoon, or if I like open to prep or something like that. And so one of the guys who only works night shifts was telling me about, um, he said it happened last week or something, but apparently somebody on the night shift made a joke about me in a derogatory way. He didn't go into any more detail than that, and I was just like, that kind of sucks. But apparently this one coworker I have, I'm not gonna say her name because she doesn't need bullshit. I doubt anybody could even find me or her, but just to play safe, we're just gonna say her. Um, Apparently she like snapped at them and like yelled at them and said that that's not cool and that I deserve better than that, and she went on apparently, and she had like a whole speech, and she had to like step away for a minute, and like I had worked with her. Like I said, she normally works nights and I normally work days, so we never really interact. But two times she worked during the day, or like the one time I worked a night shift, like I barely ever talked to her. Like, she was one of the few people though who immediately took what I said at face value about being right, and like instead of questioning me and being like, "Oh, why are you doing this?" she just was like, "Yep, if this is what you want and this is what makes you happy, then I'm more than happy to do it." And she just did it, and it was cool. And but outside of that, the only time I ever talked to her was just to compliment her drawing, because whenever we're slow, she'll just grab a marker, because we're a very laid back place where we work, and she'll just doodle. And she's a phenomenal artist. Like, I love her artwork. I always mean to ask her if she ever actually does like any actual artwork, because I think it'd be cool to have her do like Twitch emotes for me or something, since I'm trying to get new emotes and channel point icons and things like that done. So it's something I do mean to ask her, but like I've maybe had one or two conversations, both times just complimenting her drawings. And so to hear about what was essentially just a complete stranger willing to quite literally fight someone for me, like it blew my mind. I didn't think that there was anybody who would actually do that. Like, I always envisioned myself as the person who's willing to fight for somebody else. Like, if somebody were to insult one of my friends, I would just haul out. Like, if Mike randomly messaged me and said, "Listen, people here are being mean," I would be on a flight to New Jersey. There would be no hesitation in my mind, and I would beat somebody's ass, because that's just how it is. Like, it's just how it is for me. You don't insult my friends. You don't do that. So just a complete stranger who never expected me to hear about it, even never expected any praise, just for her to go out of her way to do that, like, it a lot of bad things happen of days, ranging from somebody accidentally saying he to somebody being very rude and annoying and borderline misogynistic. Well, I don't know if misogynistic's the right word, but offensive. Let's just say that. A million of those could happen a day. But, like, one good thing like that, like, it doesn't make up for those million bad things, but, like, it makes you realize there's a reason to fight. There's a reason to keep going, because up until now, I haven't had a reason to keep going. I mean, like, not in terms of, it's just one of those things where I always thought of it as I could disappear and it wouldn't affect anyone. The only reason I haven't disappeared, I haven't done anything drastic, because I've been feeling this way probably since like the beginning of December, was Mai. Because I understand I'm not her best friend, even though she's mine, and, the reliance, like, I understand that she doesn't need me at all. She's a fully functioning human, and she has a million and one people who are willing to listen to her problems, and that's why she doesn't come to me with her problems, because she just doesn't. and I'm not angry at her for that. It's just how it is, and I'm fully willing to accept that. But like, I fear for the day. Like, if I randomly weren't here, if I decided to do something selfish and stupid and just go, and all of a sudden that was the day she needed me, I I would hate, like, for whatever type of afterlife exists, I would hate myself into infinity. I would absolutely be livid because like, it's just a matter of, she deserves the world. She deserves so much, and obviously I'm not the one to give her that. She's more than capable of giving it to herself. But like, that she puts up with so much, and she needs, like, that literally was the reason I decided to not, go. And I'm sorry I keep referring to it as just go, but to say any other words is scary. Um, but that was just my thing. That's what I decided my life's purpose was. And then once I knew for a fact there was somebody in her life who wouldn't hurt her, somebody who would always be there for her, rain, snow, sleet, or hail, no matter what, then I would take my opportunity to dip. But now I'm realizing like, complete strangers are willing to do what I would do for my best friend. And that clearly means something. That clearly means that there's more to this world than I'm giving the world credit for. So, I don't know. What I need to do first thing when I get the opportunity is I need to go thank my coworker, because I doubt she would want me to know that it happened, but I want to thank her because that is something nobody's been willing to do for me. Nobody's been willing to stand up. I'm sure if I asked my friends and the situation arose itself, they would have done it, but like, that means a lot. Because apparently whoever it was being very rude. Like, offensive rude. And that's not fun. It's not fun to know I work in a workplace with somebody who thinks like that, but it is what it is. And so, I'm not saying I'm better, but what I'm going to do after I hit the stop recording button is I'm going to message people from last night, Crystal, Gabe, and I'm just gonna apologize for being a weenie last night and being rude, and I hope that they will accept it. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. I appreciate you all. Bye bye.